India's bowling in tournaments where we've done well has always been a box that we've ticked, and we've got some numbers to back it up, but it's one of those. Of course, you've got the batting. Let's take this and then we'll come back to that. 2003, gentleman sitting here was very much part of that, runners-up, 10 wicket. Look at that. I mean, in terms of the number of matches and the number of wickets for 2003, 11, 13, 15 and 19. So that's been an enviable position. Runner-up, champions in 11. We've put in the Champions Trophy, of course. It's not just the World Cup, it's global multi-nation events, and TBC in this particular event. Last World Cup, of course, the semi-finals. So again, the bowlers, Zaheer, in 50-over cricket, have the onus on them to set up the games for you, and today is a perfect opportunity.
Well, what do they talk about this game? It's a batsman's game, but bowlers win your matches.
Yeah, but that's completely true. I completely, as in, if you want to win tournaments, it's the bowlers who's got to do it for you. Not as in the batsmen they have to do half the job, but it's the bowlers. I think
it doesn't matter what format you're playing,
100%.
be it T20, be it ODIs or Test matches.
Yeah.
You do need the platform from your batsman, and that is something that has to come together. So and that's what happens in team sports as well. So you got to have different disciplines coming together.
Yeah.
So batting is equally important, but it's important that you set that platform for your bowlers to go and execute it. And when bowlers are doing well, what does that mean? That means that the oppositions are not able to set that platform. So that is something which is the most important component of winning matches, and that's something which bowlers have the onus on.
Yeah.
And then they've been stepping up to the big occasions consistently, is what those stats are showing.
Yeah.
Be it away victories, be it test matches or the important bilateral series is also where you made that impact. Your batters have always been doing well. They've been consistent, but because they're consistent, that sets the platform for your bowlers. So your bowlers it has to be even game, right? So if the score is par score on a particular track is say 350 runs, then your bowler is also giving that many, and your batting is also scoring that many. You're never going to catch up, right?
Yeah.
So your one department has to do better on that particular day. Similarly, in the bowling helpful conditions, you often talk about batters taking the onus on them and taking the team through. So if the par score is say 150, then if you manage to score 220, then that is the cushion which your bowlers has, which they can take the luxury of utilizing on that particular day. So that's how the game goes. So I think the responsibility is on bowlers, and they've been doing it fantastically well.
Yeah.
I'm just going to
That's what's so exciting about this game. That it's just that the whole world thinks it's a batsman game, but the ones who truly win the game are the bowlers. The ones that truly win championships are the teams that have a solid bowling unit. Any successful captain is as successful as his bowling unit, to be very honest. In test matches, if the bowlers don't take 20 wickets, there's no chance of you winning a test match. And that's the reality of it. In a T20 game, if you don't get wickets in the first 5 or 6 overs, if you don't have a couple of breakthroughs in the first 5 or 6 overs, the chances of you winning that game drop by 80%. So it just goes to show what critical role the bowlers play in winning tournaments, in winning matches, in winning important games. Yes, the batsmen set up games. Sometimes on difficult tracks, batsmen play the roles of a match winner. But bowlers literally do that on a day-to-day basis, because they can change the face of a game in a matter of overs.
But the real thing is, in Test cricket, obviously we talk about taking 20 wickets, but it's equally important when you look at 50-over cricket to talk about taking 10 wickets. T20 is a different animal. You're not talking about bowling sides out. But in 50-over cricket, India in the World Cup 2003 bowled out the opposition on 7 occasions, and that made a huge difference.
See, I mean, one thing you will hear from me on repeat.
We don't mind.
all the time. No, that I've always been saying that wickets have that impact on the run rate which the opposition is scoring at. It doesn't matter what stage of the game it is. And you've seen, you don't have to go that far, you can just see in this World Cup itself, how many teams had the platform at the end of 30 overs and not managed to get to that really leveraging that platform.
Exactly.
How many times
yesterday's game?
Yeah, exactly.
Yesterday's
you look
game,
at yesterday's game, they had they had the platform to get to 350, 360, and then you have the bowlers who take wickets.
Got 8 wickets, who got 7 wickets in the last 10
That reflects on the scoreboard. So that's as simple as that. And once the bowling attacks get that kind of understanding and approach to the game, then they start thinking about creating impact on the game at any given time in terms of taking wickets. I think that's what has happened, So that number is also suggesting that whenever and you can look at this number with any team, it will be the same. You look at Australia in this World Cup, it will be the same number. They have Mitchell Starc, who has made that impact. They have the bowling department, who has been taking wickets. That restricts teams below par scores, and that makes it that much easier for your batting to go and get the job done. So it's a very, very simple formula which every bowling unit should work towards.
And Robin, it's not always about having these lethal Shaheen Shah Afridi and Mohammad Amir type bowlers. It's horses for courses. 1985 World Championship of Cricket was, people often remember, of course, Srikanth blasting, Ravi Shastri playing in every game, but they forget that except for the final, India bowled out the opposition in regular into every single time.
And that's the key, right? And I think that's the key of winning any game, right? I think the minute, no matter how well a batting team is going at it, whatever strike rate or whatever economy rate they're going at, during the run rate they're going at during the course of a match, you take wickets, that run rate drops, and that drops steadily. And even in a T20 game, like if you don't lose wickets in the first 4 overs, or if a batsman doesn't get out, or bowling unit is not able to penetrate wickets in the first 3 or 4 overs, you know for a fact that there's a partnership that's going to build, and if you don't break that partnership, then they're going to run away with the score. The same thing in this World Cup. If you look at all the teams like Australia, England, India, New Zealand for that matter, the 4 semi-finalists, you just look at these teams, they've had one guy who goes out there and is a wicket taker, and he's used strictly as a wicket taker. Mitchell Starc, Mohammad Shami, Jofra Archer, you have Ferguson, Lockie Ferguson. All these bowlers are primary wicket takers. They're just out and out attacking options for them to break partnerships, get wickets, so that the run rate is stemmed. And that's the whole idea. And I think that's what will stand out over the next the semi-finals, the next couple of games in the semi-finals. You'll see the better bowling unit that goes forward.